All right, Shalom, Akim, all praises goes to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rukat Kudash. Double honors goes unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, from whom I learned the truth. And much love and peace and blessings goes to the hopeful elect that are teaching the word of Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahushai, as well as sincere listeners. So this will be a lesson entitled Jealousy in Context, or explaining jealousy. And I have some definitions pulled up as well as some scriptures to get the understanding of what the Bible means when it says jealousy. And jealousy, as far as, the understanding of it, it reveals a lot about how the Most High moves in his character, So I'm going to just read. This is the definition of jealous. It says feeling or showing envy of someone or their achievements and advantages. Now, in the modern sense, jealousy is confused with the biblical term to covet, because they spin that word jealous in a negative sense, just due to the semantic change over time. But in the ancient world, and when the Bible was transcribed into English, jealousy simply meant, because if you go down, right, it says to the third definition, it says fiercely protective or vigilant of one's rights or possessions. And that's more so the biblical definition of what it means to be jealous, you see? Because jealous has the same root as the word is to have zeal, to be zealous. So that's not a negative thing. That's actually a positive thing. And the Most High is jealous over us as his people. And this is the etymology for jealous. It says jealous, letter jealous, possessive and suspicious. So possessive, if you have a possession, aren't men entitled to certain possessions? The Most High, he has possessions. He possesses the entire earth, and he possesses his people. Okay, the Israelites are his possession, so he has every right to be jealous over us. It says originally in the context of sexuality or romance, from Old French, jalos, jealous, keen, zealous, avaricious, jealous. It says if you go down from Greek, zelos, which sometimes meant jealousy, but more often was used in a good sense. Okay, and if you go down, it says in biblical language, early 13th century, tolerating no unfaithfulness. And that's the Most High's characteristics. He doesn't tolerate when we go off and he hasn't throughout history when we go off and worship these other gods and all this stuff. That's why we find ourselves in this predicament. It's due to the Most High's jealousy, his possessive nature, because he laid out certain ordinances for us that we could do and we couldn't do. So because of provoking him by doing things that we weren't allowed, mainly worshiping other gods, that provoked his jealousy. And he expressed it in putting us in this harsh captivity. So this is Exodus 20:5. It says, thou shalt not bow thyself to them. So this is the Most High's demands to his possession, to the Israelites, nor serve them. And what is he talking about? Other gods, man, because that's a tradition of the heathen. The heathen, ever since the beginning of time, where the Most High hasn't dealt with them intimately. So they worship idols and things made of stone and animals and spirits and all this stuff. But what we are to worship as a people is Yahawah Bashem Yahushai, because we are his chosen people. It says, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So the Most High explains of himself as being jealous. So he letting you know what he's about. And that word for jealous is quanah. Okay, quanah. Same root where you get the word quanawath from. Like a lot of brothers got the Hebrew name quanawath. That's the root of that is that righteous jealousy. So jealous only of the Most High. Jealous, used of God as not bearing any rival, the severe anger of departure from himself. See, just like a woman when she commits adultery, That's how the Most High compares his feeling of jealousy, just like a man can be jealous over his wife, because there's another instance of jealousy mentioned here. This is Numbers 5:12. It says, "Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, if any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and the man lie with her carnally, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and be kept closed, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her, neither she be taken with the manner." So what? If a woman commits adultery, this is the spirit that man gets on him, and the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled. Or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled. See, so look, the Most High gave men that spirit. So that's not a negative spirit. That's not wicked to be jealous of your wife. Now, I'll say this as a word of advice: you shouldn't be over consumed with jealousy, because that can actually be to your detriment if you're an overly jealous guy with whatever your woman does. It makes you look simple, But righteous jealousy is when your woman is acting suspect. You can tell them little hints and moves when your wife is acting up. You may notice she got numbers in her phone. She starts saying different phrases that you never said before. She starts dressing a certain way. Hey, that can provoke a man to be jealous, because you think yourself like, what the fuck? What's up with this bitch? What's she doing? And that's the hints that make you think that your woman is committing adultery, and then you get jealous. So there's nothing wrong with jealousy. You should be jealous to a certain extent. But like I mentioned, I'm trying to make the point that there's a balance to everything, but I bring out the scripture to say that jealous spirit is not wicked. That's just what it is. That's what happens over a possession. And that proves the point that a woman is a possession. So that's why a man has the right to be jealous over her, because a woman is a possession of a man. You are actually his tool to be used at his desire. This is Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 35. It says, "Wherefore, O harlot, hear the word of the Lord." And who is the Most High talking to? Israel. He called us harlots because we actually went amongst the other nations. So we're likened unto harlots, man. Because a woman, there's a spiritual side and there's a side that plays out on the earth, And in the spirit, as Israelites, we're supposed to be connected to the Most High, because we're the Most High's woman. So when a woman actually goes out and commit adultery, that's grievous. That's a grievous, grievous sin. It says, "Thus saith the Lord God, because thy filthiness was poured out, and thy nakedness discovered through thy whoredoms with thy lovers, and with all the idols of thy abominations, and by the blood of thy children, which thou didst give unto them." So Israel was committing great wickedness through trying to be like these heathens, trying to be like the Moabites and the Hittites and the Canaanites that were still among us. So they started, sacrificing their children unto Molech, praying to these other gods, going haywire. And the Most High said that's filthiness to him. It says, "Behold, therefore," just like if a woman has sex with a whole bunch of men, she becomes filthy and defiled. She starts stinking. It says, "Behold, therefore, I will gather all thy lovers with whom thou hast taken pleasure, and all them thou hast loved, and with them thou hast, and with all them that thou hast hated. I will even gather them round about against thee, and will discover thy nakedness unto them, that they may see all thy nakedness." So this was the Most High putting us in the hands of these heathens to make them see us in the low state, to make them see us with curses upon us, weak, frail. It says, "And I will judge thee as women that break wedlock and shed blood are judged. And I will give thee blood and fury and jealousy, And I will give thee into their hand, and they shall throw down thy eminent place, and and shall break down thy high places. They shall strip thee also of thy clothes, and shall take thy fair jewels, and leave thee naked and bare. You see? So Most High had these heathens come upon us and destroy our palaces and our houses, the temple, our temple, you know, our mighty men. They got killed. They got put to death. It says, they will also bring up a company against thee, and they shall stone thee with stones, and thrust thee through with their swords, and they shall burn thine houses with fire, and execute judgments upon thee in the sight of many women. So look, this is the jealousy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And his jealousy is still ignited, because the same thing is going to happen when the martial law troops march throughout America and they're killing you niggas, man. You just celebrated Christmas. So the Most High is still jealous over that. It says, and I will cause thee to cease from playing the harlot, and thou also shalt give no hire any more. So will I make my fury toward thee to rest, and my jealousy shall depart from thee, and I will be quiet and will be no more angry. So the Most High will appease his anger after you get destroyed, after these Jakes out here get destroyed. He did it in the ancient world, but Jake is back up to their old tricks, being wicked, committing adultery, all into Christianity and Islam and Buddhism and every philosophy under the sun, except getting into these scriptures and living their life according to the commandments of the Most High. You know what I mean? So the Most High, he's going to pour out his fury upon you. But after he does, it says his jealousy will no longer be upon you, because that will appease his anger. But as the law says, hold on, let's get that real quick. Leviticus 20:10, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So look, we had our punishment, and the rest of the wicked 2/3 will receive their punishment. But the adulterer will represent the other nations, and chiefly it's Esau, because Esau is the one that's been defiling us all these years, and we and a lot of Israelites in exchange follow his ways, right? So he's an adulterer, but he's gonna be put to death too. Esau gonna be punished too, and it explains it. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 17 says, he shall take to him his jealousy. Whose jealousy? Yahweh's jealousy. For complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. And who's the creature? The Israelites. And it starts with Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai gonna be that chief instrument of destruction, along with the missiles, but also, the brothers. When the brothers get spiritual powers and so forth, that's making the creature a weapon for Yahweh's revenge. Because jealousy is powerful, man. As the Most High moves, when he has the spirit of jealousy, that's a powerful. Think about it like this. Just due to the Most High's jealousy, he's going to revenge and put death like never seen before on this planet, man. So that's a very powerful emotion, very powerful force. The Most High's jealousy is. It says, he shall put on righteousness as a breastplate and true judgment instead of an helmet. He shall take holiness for an invincible shield. His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds as from a well-drawn bow shall they fly to the mark. So that's Yahweh Shai, when it says the world fighting with him against the unwise, that represents the elect fighting with him against these heathens, But as well, it says, then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad. What are those thunderbolts? The lasers from the chariots and from the clouds. The clouds represent the chariots. As well as from a well-drawn bow shall they fly to the mark. And hailstones full of wrath shall be cast as out of a stone bow. And the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the flood shall cruelly drown them. Yeah, a mighty wind shall stand up against them, and like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty. See? So this is all according to the jealousy of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai. Kingdoms are going to be moved and shaken and broken up. And then the kingdom will be translated into Yahawah Shai, who will be a righteous steward over the nation. Just like the Apostle Paul said, he said, I have espoused you unto one husband. Who is that husband? Hamashiach. So the rightful husband is coming to claim his wife, so to speak, in a metaphysical sense, if you will. So hopefully this was edifying. All praises goes to Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. Shalom.